Hey guys, since this is a new channel, we thought we'd start with answering some questions about ourselves. So we'll start with our names.
I'm Devin.
I'm Katie. I'm 25. Devin is
29.
29.
Old man over here.
Where are we from?
We are from Utah County.
How long have we been together? 6 years.
But married for 5 years.
Where did we meet?
We met at a wedding, actually. So in my previous years of employment, being a little official. So I was a professional photographer at one point, and I met Katie at a wedding that I was photographing for a family friend.
So it was his family friend getting married, and I had become friends with that girl over the summer. I didn't really know her very well, and I didn't really stay in touch with her much after, but it was worth it. So we met at her wedding. Devin actually came up to talk to me and noticed I was there with a date, so he took my picture instead. Maybe we can insert that picture that you took.
Yep, we can do that.
It was cute, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good picture, but
it was cute.
Yeah, she was there with another guy, and I was all feeling confident and I can do this, I'm the photographer. And I walked up and noticed that she was sitting next to this guy, and I was like, crap. So. And
I will say I've never regretted a date more in my life. I wish I would have gone stag to that wedding. I think we would have had a much cooler story if that were the case. Okay, what was our first date?
At the Fabrics.
So we started talking, I think we started talking on Facebook. I friended you on Facebook, and then you got my number. We were texting a lot before our first date, and we found out we were both going to the same university. We were both in the same math course, but we were seeing different professors, and we both said like how hard math was for us, how much we were struggling with it. So we decided we'd meet up to do math homework for our first date.
Yep.
Super romantic.
It was an easy way for me to get in the door.
It was.
Spend some time with her, get to know her. Really, I knew that I wanted to date her just from the conversations we had on Facebook, but yeah. The joke is that we met at the Fabrics because I didn't understand what she was saying on the phone.
I think I was mumbling. I was nervous. I got ready 4 hours early for this date. I was telling him to meet me by the Starbucks. The library has a little Starbucks inside of it, and he kept thinking I was saying Fabrics like over and over. It was so hard to like explain that to him. So anyway, we met at the Fabrics. That's a lame story. It works.
No, it's not.
Okay, what was your first impression of me?
So go back to the wedding that I was photographing, and Katie walked in. It was an outdoor reception. They had the reception before all the other events for various reasons, but Katie walked into the reception and I was like, whoa, that girl I need to get to know. So super impressed, very pretty, just most beautiful girl I'd ever seen. She was in an amazing dress, and I was just psyched to get to know this girl, and I got her.
I think my first impression was, well, like right off the bat, I knew you were older. You're 4 years older than me, and that's like, I had always just dated guys my age or maybe a year older than me. So Devin was like living in his own apartment. He had a full-time job. He was doing this photography on the side. I was just so impressed that he was so like put together. He was so adult. Like he just seemed like he had his life together. Like he was just like a grown-up, and it was really. Just like I was what, 19?
It was a facade.
No, it's true. I don't know, I felt that way the whole time, that you were just so like so put together, and like you were a man. You were a man. Okay, how long did we date before we got engaged? 4 months.
4 months.
That's very typical where we live.
Yeah, and then engaged for 3 months.
3 months. So like 7 months total before we got married, which is quick. And I swore that I would never be that girl, because that's really common in, I don't know, our culture, Mormon culture. We're LDS. It's really common for people to date for short periods of time, get married really quick. And I always thought that was a joke.
I wouldn't change it though. Like,
no.
I
and
knew.
it's true what they say. When you know, you know.
Yeah, and I knew within the first
what were we waiting for?
2 weeks of dating her that I was gonna marry her.
It was pretty cool.
It didn't matter what amount of time, but yeah, I knew we were gonna get married.
And it's worked out so far.
It's been good.
Okay. And when did we get married? Like he said, we've been married for a little over almost 5.5 years. Because we met almost exactly 6 years ago this month. It was like a couple weeks ago. Or maybe our first date was next week.
Right.
Anyway, so we've been married for about 5.5 years. We got married in May. Beautiful day. Got married
It was a nice day.
in Salt Lake City. So that's kind of like how we met, our backstory. And as for our life now, married for a while, and we have
a baby.
Our sweet little 1-year-old. She just turned 1 last week. This is Malin.
Or May.
Yeah, we call her May a lot. Malin. And we have another little girl on the way. She is due March 20th. And I am 18.5 weeks pregnant right now. We also have a dog who is hiding under the bed. He won't come out. You'll meet him later. He'll be everywhere, I'm sure.
His name is Cooper.
His name is Cooper. He's the greatest dog ever.
He's a Border Collie Australian Shepherd. Really good dog.
Yeah. So as for now, where do you live? Right now we're still in Utah County. Not where we grew up, not close to there. We're just close to our works and still pretty close to family. We are moving in the next year, and that will be exciting. We're hoping to start working toward buying a house.
Yeah.
Which will be really great. What do you do for work, Dev?
So I work for a indoor climbing facility called Momentum, and I am the general manager for the facility that I work at, and yeah, it's a great job. I also have a YouTube channel that I also spend a lot of time doing. That's kind of a work thing for me, but yeah.
So I work part-time. I feel like I'm really lucky to be able to stay at home with Malin. I get time with her every single day and work a little bit every day.
Me too.
Devin does too, which is really nice. I work for a real estate investment company. We're a brokerage firm. It's kind of boring for most people. I love what I do, but it's kind of hard to explain, especially if you're not familiar with real estate securities. If you are, let me know. We can talk about it. I love what I do. We actually have an owner in common of our two companies, which is how I got my job that I'm in, because I would have known nothing about real estate investment otherwise. And while I'm at work, Devin's able to stay home with Malin, and that's been really awesome. We don't have to pay for daycare. We've never had to worry about leaving her with someone that we don't know or trust.
One of the perks of the job.
Yeah. And I think Devin gets a lot more time with her than most dads would.
So the next question is, what do you like to do? You want me to start?
Yeah.
I'll start. So I am a very outdoorsy person. I love climbing and backpacking and hiking and everything that is involved in the outdoors. I also am passionate about guns and super passionate about my family and sharing those things with my family. And I love to, gosh, I don't know. That
basically covers it.
That's basically me, but
you're in a nutshell.
If it's the outdoors, I love it.
Yes. I'm that way too. I love the outdoors. We both were kind of raised just camping, hiking, fishing. So it's been cool to share that. We've really been able to expose Malin to that world too. And that's been a lot of fun for us this past summer. Now it's getting into winter, we probably won't be doing as much, especially since I'm pregnant, but next summer will be so much fun.
Yeah.
When people ask me what I like to do, I think my default is to say like crafting and baking, and that's true, but I don't really do a lot of that anymore since
Not
Malin
like
was born.
every day, but
yeah, it's still stuff I
love to do
enjoy.
it.
Yeah. I love being a mom and doing mom
You're good at
things. Thank you. Being with my family. I love all the basic white girl things. Target, Netflix, Diet Coke. Why did you start a vlog?
Well, so I kind of brought this up more than Katie did, but like I said, I have a YouTube channel that I run that is an outdoor YouTube channel, and I've really enjoyed spending time in front of the camera. As weird as it might be to just like stare at a camera and talk to it, I have a really good time just sharing the things that I'm passionate about and a little piece of my life on that channel. But I don't know, I thought it would be cool for us to share our life and
this
the
is a
things
good way to document our life, especially now that we're growing our family. Malin just turned 1, we got another kid on the way, and we're kind of on the cusp of like a lot of big life changes, like hopefully buying a house in the next couple of years. I mean, the change from just being the 2 of us to kids is a big deal. So I think this is going to be a cool way to document all of that, and also just try something new, like a fun thing to do together.
To do together and enjoy together, and I don't know, I think we'll learn a lot about each other.
We probably will. I didn't even think about that.
Good and bad, but yeah, it'll be super fun. That's part of the reason we're doing this. So.
Alright, so how about, what's your favorite food?
Right now, my favorite food is sushi. Like, I'm always craving sushi.
I love sushi.
I really like Beto's breakfast burritos. That's been favorite food. Specifically, Beto's breakfast burritos.
It doesn't help that we live like 2 minutes from Beto's, but who doesn't here?
Right.
Gosh, I probably will just say like cheeseburgers and french fries. That's like, I don't know, maybe it's like a pregnancy craving, but you can never go wrong with cheeseburger and fries.
They are good.
What about your favorite TV shows? I think we have a lot of the same ones.
Yeah, right now, just because it started again, I'm obsessed with Gold Rush. Stupid, redneck, ridiculous TV show on Discovery, but I think it's great. I love it. We love The Office. We love How I Met Your Mother. We just started Parenthood again.
Love Parenthood.
Katie loves Pretty Little Liars.
That's like a guilty pleasure. You should tell no one about that.
That didn't happen.
I like the mindless TV shows, but I loved Scandal, and I don't like, is that show gone? Did it get canceled? It was my favorite show. Maybe I should look it up. We don't have cable, which makes all of this very tricky. So we watch all of our TV on either Netflix or Hulu Plus. So we're watching like a day behind. But it makes for a lot of Netflix binges.
She's okay.
She's just...
Yeah, The Office, How I Met Your Mother.
The Office is probably number one. Yeah.
So, cool.
I think that's it. Hopefully that helps you get to know us better. If you have other questions, let us know. If you have suggestions, videos you want to see, let us know.
Yeah, and you know the rules. You got to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos, because we don't know how often we're going to be vlogging or uploading. Hopefully it's pretty often, but yeah.
Weekly at least. I think you can count on us once a week for now.
Yeah, so hit the subscribe button and follow along on the adventure of Devin and Katie.
Bye, guys.